Welcome, we have collected 5 of the most interesting events that took place on the 1st of May in history. On May 1, 1682, the Paris Observatory was officially opened by King Louis XIV. The observatory was created by the French Academy of Sciences in order to develop scientific research, particularly in astronomy and geodesy. The idea of creating an observatory was proposed by the French astronomer Jean Picard, who was working on a project to map the Earth using star observations. The Paris Observatory quickly became one of the most important scientific institutions in the world. Its astronomers made many important discoveries, including the discovery of the planet Uranus by Jean-Jacques d'Orthez de Mairan in 1749. Today, the Paris Observatory is still in operation and remains one of the most important astronomical research institutions in the world. It played a key role in many important discoveries, including the discovery of dark matter in the universe. On May 1, 1753, the Swedish naturalist Carl Linnaeus published his work Species Plantarum, which is considered a landmark in the history of science and the basis of modern botanical nomenclature. Before the work of Linnaeus, the naming of plants was a chaotic process, with different names used for the same species in different regions. Linnaeus proposed a standardized system of naming plants based on their reproductive organs and physical characteristics, enabling scientists around the world to identify and classify plants using a common language. Today, Linnaeus is considered one of the greatest scientists in history, and his work is still widely studied and used by botanists, zoologists, and other scientists around the world. The publication, Species Plantarum, remains a landmark event in the history of science and the basis of modern botanical nomenclature. On May 1, 1776, Adam Weishaupt founded the Illuminati secret society. Weishaupt's goal was to create a group of educated people who would work to spread knowledge and promote rational thinking, as well as to overthrow the existing order in society, which he saw as corrupt and oppressive. At its peak, the Illuminati had several thousand members across Europe, including many prominent figures in politics, business, and the arts. However, the society was short-lived and was dissolved in the late 1780s. Despite its relatively short existence, the Illuminati had a lasting influence on popular culture, with many conspiracy theories and legends. Although many of these claims are unfounded, the legacy of the Illuminati lives on, and the group continues to fascinate and intrigue people to this day. On May 1, 1840, the world's first postage stamp, known as the penny black, was issued in Great Britain. The stamp was designed by Sir Rowland Hill and featured a black and white profile of Queen Victoria. The introduction of the penny black was an important event in the history of communication and marked the beginning of modern postal systems. Before the invention of stamps, letters were paid for by the recipient, which made the cost of postal items high and often beyond the reach of the average person. The penny black, which had a single rate of 1 penny regardless of distance, made postal communication accessible to everyone. The success of the penny black led to the development of other stamp designs, and by the end of the 19th century most countries had their own postage stamps. Today, stamp collecting is a popular hobby around the world, with collectors looking for rare and unusual stamps from around the world. On May 1, 1994, one of the most tragic events in the history of Formula One racing took place during the San Marino Grand Prix. On the track in Imola, the 3-time world champion Ayrton Senna died. During the race, after a chaotic start, Senna took the lead. However, he crashed on the 7th lap at the high-speed Tamburello corner. The car hit a concrete wall and a piece of the suspension pierced Senna's helmet. He was airlifted to the nearest hospital, but died of his injuries a few hours later. After the accident, a major investigation into the safety of Formula One races was carried out, and changes were made to the rules to improve the safety of the drivers. Senna remains one of the greatest drivers in Formula One racing history, and his legacy continues to inspire new generations of drivers. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you want to send, thank the authors and finance the development of the channel, there are links to several possible options for this in the description. Goodbye.